At Trout River Industries, they're breathing a sigh of relief. For now, the tariffs are on pause for 30 days. Trout River builds live bottom trailers that are sold around the world. 40% of its business is to the U.S.
We had close to $1 million sitting in the yard, and we were talking about who's going to make the phone calls tomorrow to these customers and tell them that they got to pay 25% more. After the contract's been signed, sealed, delivered, deposits, all of that, it was going to break a lot of relationships that we spent the last 20 years building.
The pause on the tariff threat came late Monday after Canadian officials agreed to additional measures to protect the border. Officials at Aspen Kemp, which designs and develops products for the marine and offshore industries, says Canada needs to tread lightly in its talks with the U.S.
There's some obvious personalities in there that I think caution should be caution, but a united front as far as Canada goes, I think, is really important. And it's really difficult to know what exactly the end game is for the U.S. So trying to figure that out, but not trying to escalate the situation, but being firm for sure. And so far, I think that's happened.
P.E.I.'s only beef plant ships around the world, but 35% of all Canadian beef is sold in the U.S.
We probably benefited from pressure that he was feeling from his own citizens on how bad this would be for them. And I think that's a big part of it, is that, he craves headlines, but he likes positive headlines, I think, more than negative headlines.
P.E.I.'s premier says the pause gives time to work on a plan to protect jobs, businesses, and industries on the island.
A reprieve is not total relief, so while we can rest for a second and maybe catch our breath and enjoy, a small victory for now, we remain equally as concerned as we were prior to that as to where this all stands and what the future looks like.
Canada's premiers are meeting again Wednesday and will be back in Washington next week. Premiers will meet with key members of the new administration, Congress, and business leaders. Trout River says it's now looking at getting its parts in Western Canada or Europe, just in case. Stewart says he doesn't believe this battle is over yet.
We can't wake up at the end of the month and say, oh, here we are again. We have to survive. There's 115 families here that we got to make sure that they're looked after.
So where does it all go from here? The trade war is off, at least for now. U.S. wine, beer, and spirits is back on the shelves. And everybody has March 4th circled on their calendar, the day that Trump's 30-day pause is set to expire. Wayne Thibodeau, CBC News, Charlottetown.